Welcome you all for this session to attend this session. Today in the current webinar session, we would be talking on reports module. Reports in current session, when we talk about reports, there are three different type of reports which I would like to demonstrate to you all today and just show give a refresher training on how this particular module would work. The first thing I would be logging in to our Audit 360 application. Let me just log in. So in today's session, we would be talking on the reports which is actually have these reports are accessible to super admin and reviewer role. So both the role users can have access to this module, and basis the cluster or the geographical mapping we have done, the information of the data can be seen on the reports module. So there, when we talk about three types of reports which I would like to demonstrate is one, the individual branch report, which is your bulk audit report or the individual schedule level report. And then in reports module itself, there are two type of reports which I would like to talk in this session. One is the basic report, which is available for all the super admin and reviewer or the role users who have access to the reports module. This is a basic reports which is being designed from Audit 360 team and will be given to all the users of these roles. Over and above that, we would be covering the advanced report. Advanced report is a premium feature which would be customized and developed to those users who have access to this premium feature, who have purchased for this premium feature. And we would be showing a sample on how the advanced report would look, and this report would be customized as per the requirement given by the specific client on the font or the color on whatever they have been requested for. So all any calculation in the report side, those also can be managed in the advanced report. Now let us first start with the review audit individual report. So I'll just take an audit which has been finalized. So all the reports can be accessed for only those schedules which are finalized. Any audits which are in progress or all submitted or an acceptance which are yet to be finalized, the reports would not be available. This is a business rule which you all have to keep in mind, where you can access to the reports only which for the audits which have been finalized. So I'm just choosing any audit which has been finalized. So when you go inside a particular schedule under the review audit module, you would see a button called download bulk report. The download bulk report would give a complete Excel downloaded report which would be having all the sub audits and the groups which are been configured on the particular audit type. And this will also have a summary. And if you would need an individual report to be checked, you can even go to a particular sub audit. Like for example, when you have done a branch audit, there are multiple sections of the department which is being audited. But if you would want to take report only for the HR department or only for the admin department, you can choose on the sub audits which you have been configured, and you can download the report. Now I'll just go for a general audit report, and if you go inside, if you see, there will be a download report option. When you click this download report, this report will get generated only for the sub audit which we have created, and it will not be for the complete audit report. So let me just open this report. So if you see, this will be a report which gets generated in the Excel. On the top, we would have a summary of the report which talks about what audit type, what is the auditee code, what was the duration of audit when it was executed, what is the score achieved, and who was the auditee, who was the auditor, what is the current audit review status, what is the audit rating, all this summary would be on top. And below that, we would have a group level or a checkpoint level information which carries forward. So any group with the specific intent or the description against which what was the compliance applied by the auditor, if there was any input, what was the input given, what disposition, and what's the individual checkpoint score, risk of this particular checkpoint, all this information would be tackled in this report. So this report will give you a consolidated information for a particular schedule for a subaudit which you have created. Now let us see how we would download the report for the bulk report. So if I just come back to the same report. Let me take the same audit. So I'm just choosing AMIL branch audit and the finalized audit. So any audit, if I choose, I click on the download bulk audit. So when you click on download bulk audit, what would actually happen, because it would have a consolidated information of all the sub-audits inclusive of all the checkpoint which has been executed. The report would be sent to a registered email ID and you can access the report. For now, I have downloaded the report and I'll be able to show you that report. So if you see, this is the bulk audit report which has multiple sheets which carries the sub-audits. So in our case of the example which we are looking at, general audit is one of the sub-audit and annexure AML is the another sub-audit. So at individual sub-audit level, the reports would be seen. The general audit would have audits which would have information at individual checkpoint level and corresponding information updated against the checkpoint. Whereas in the annexure audit, wherever you have executed annexure or sample based audits are done, the similar information will be shown across the samples you have verified, but the data on how we show would be a transposed data. So if I have verified a sample of test 103 against the test 103, what are the compliance have been observed, or what is the input captured or a disposition opted against the checkpoint would be shown under the respective columns. So only the difference what we show, because we are using the multiple samples here, we are showing this in a different format. The other reason why we are showing this data in this format is it would be easy for any of the user who especially work on the reports to do pivoting or any further analysis in this format. And then we have a first sheet which consists a summary report. Summary report would have a basic information about the audit schedule as well as the final audit rating and the total achieved score would be shown. It would also give us information at the sub-audit level, which would carry against the particular sub-audit what was the actual total, what was the actual score to be achieved and what is it been achieved. If you see, there is one more column named as redistributed total score. So this column is shown for those audits where the NA scoring logic has been opted for a redistribution. If you all recollect, we have three types of NA scoring which has been applied at a group level. We can we can give a fixed score at the NA, or we can even give a percentage based of a positive score if there any NAB compliance has been identified. We can even choose a redistributed score. In case of redistributed score, what would happen is if there are any NA which has been identified, the checkpoint which has been identified as NA, that positive score gets redistributed within the different checkpoints within the group. If in case a complete group is being tagged as NA, then the group score or where it has been completely tagged as NA gets nullified with the total score and your denominator changes would be done. So hence we are showing the redistributed score also in the audit report, so that the score level clarity also are identified in the report which we have downloaded. And the achieved score against each of the sub-audit is also shown in your bulk audit report. So this was on the individual schedule level reports which we have under the review audit module. So this functionality of download report and bulk report will be applicable only when the audit is in finalized state. If you see, if I pick any audit which is in review status or in any of the execution status, the download option would not be appeared in this screen. Santosh, are there any questions to be taken up before I move into the basic reports?
There are no questions as yet.
Okay. So participants, if there are any queries, please do ping us on the Q&A section available on your screen. So request you to share your queries. We will answer them in this session itself. Now let's move to reports module. Reports module is, as I said, it's available for reviewer and super admin, and it is just below the issue module. All the users would get the basic reports as default. So let us first talk about the basic report. As part of basic report, there are multiple graphical and the row and column reports which are being designed and given to the user. These reports are being designed in such a way with the usage of the reports and the way the queries keep coming to us on different analysis which is being made after the audit has been done. Keeping those things on the mind, the reports, the basic reports are being designed. And over and above all these reports, if you would still need to do more further analysis, you can always use the dashboard functionality. But for today, let me cover the reports part for you all. The first graphical report, there are two different types of graphical reports. We have a pie based and even a bar based graphical report, which gives information only from a graphical indicators. So we have monthly top 5 issues. This top 5 issues would talk about if there are any audits which has been executed for particular audit type, and basis the observation done by the auditor and the issue tagging is done. The basis the number of issues which is identified against a particular checkpoint, those will be tagged under the top 5 issues. For example, if we are doing HR related audit where onboarding as a process we have been verifying, and during the audit we see that across all the auditees we have executed, the documentation part of the checkpoint is the major of the observation across all the audits we have executed. Then the documentation, the number of issues on the documentation checkpoint identified, if it is at a higher side, would be tagged under the topmost issue of the audit which we have executed. So this gives a clear indicator for the super admin or a reviewer to know which are the areas where the major of the issues are been occurring. So let me just show how you can generate the report. I'm just choosing an audit type. Sub-audit type is optional. If you would want to go at a particular sub-audit level, you could also see. If there are audits which are created without any sub-audit, it is directly being created using a general audit, the sub-audit option will not have any details to show. Otherwise, you would have all the sub-audits listed here. And you can choose a date range. So let me take something from Jan to till date and submit the audit. If you see, the top 5 issues have been appearing, and if you just put the cursor on top, the reminder calls to clients, there were 2 issues which were identified. Loan agreement in branch, there were 2 issues. There were issues like CRB check, then challan for bank deposit, cash count, where the audits, these were the issues which was identified across the different audits we have executed. Now, if you would want to even look at the audit at a sub-audit level, you can choose the sub-audit. You can give a submit. So if there is any difference in the, if it is from the general only, so you can choose whichever sub-audit you need and you can generate the report. So if you see, I have taken annexure audit, and the annexure audit has individual issues like awareness is a major of the issues identified, completeness, disbursement data of norms. So these are the issues which has been identified from the process of annexure audit which we have executed. Now, if you would want to download this report, you can click on download PDF. Only this graphical report will get downloaded and which can be used for in any of your presentation. You can even drill down the information at a geographical level. You can go down like at a zone level, region, or city, state level. You can just choose whichever the geographical determination you would want, and you choose next. You can, if you've chosen state, you can even choose which state are you referring for. Let me, you can choose Maharashtra, and you can submit. So there are no data, but if you have any data which has been executed for this criteria, then the information would be shown. Now, similar way, like how we saw top 5 issues, we also have bottom 5 issues. Bottom 5 issues are nothing but when an audit has been executed, and if the issues which has been identified for the same across the audits which we have executed, and if those are at the lower side, like now top 5 was on the same checkpoint issue which has been identified multiple times on different set of schedules we have done. Those get tagged as top 5, which is right opposite is the bottom issues, which are, there are issues which has been identified but are at a lower side. Those, say the particular checkpoint is being seen very less across the audits we have executed. So let me just take the similar audit and choose a date range. So if you see, these are the issues which are identified very less among the audits which have been scheduled and executed. So these are issues but still identified at a very rare scenarios, and that's why it is a bottom 5. So these are the areas where a reviewer or the super admin can give less focus on. Now we have something called as top 5 adherence. The adherence report is nothing but when you have a set of checkpoints, whichever has been tagged as issue, we were looking at the issue, but there are certain checkpoints or a process which have been added where there are no issue which has been identified. So those audits are been for those checkpoints are tagged under the adherence, and if there is not a single issue or a very less issue which has been identified across the audits which you have executed for a particular audit type, would be tagged as under the adherence category. Let me take the example of same EMIL branch audit. I'm just choosing the date range. The selection criteria is almost same for all the audits which we have seen. So if you see here, the top 5 adherence or day-wise collections are very good. Then BM and OM access to the information is also good. These are the areas where there are not much issues identified. There are no issues identified. So these are been coming under the adherence of the information. Now similarly, we have bottom 5 adherence. All selection criteria are same. Only the right information gets picked and shown in the report. So these are the report. Appraisal section complete are the process which has been added very low. So this is on the first set of graphical reports we have. Now over and above that, there are few more graphical reports. First is the pie chart based audit status. So any audits, whichever is being scheduled, you would want to know what is the progress happening. You can always review in the status here. So I will choose audit, a different audit type, and I click on submit. So this will give me a bifurcation of the schedule which at the execution status level. If you see, there are 78% of the audits which have been scheduled but labs not started. That means that it has not been not at all executed, but only schedule is been done by the supervisor. Then there are 10.9% which has been submitted, which are not been accepted or anything. You have 5.5% of lapsed in progress. So there are different execution status. All the execution status are being categorized with the basis the number of schedules which were initiated by Audit 360 for the audit type we have selected. So this will give a clear indication that whether the audit schedules are being getting executed in a right way, or is there any lapses which is happening, or what is the set of audits which are yet to be finalized. So what is the number of, if you see in this scenario, the finalized ratio is very less, whereas we have close to 11% of the audit which have been submitted. The further work is not been moving here. So this will be helpful for the reviewer or the super admin to push their team to get the things moving forward. Now let's move to the next section. Next is next reported audit T rating and audit rating score. Just select the audit type. So this will give you the indicator for which of the auditee and how many audits are been getting, what is the rating score been achieved. So in this section which we are looking at, or the selection we have done, only Evershine Nagar is been executed. Hence this information shows only for Evershine Nagar. We have audited for October, November and December. Now let me just see if I can choose some other audit. So if you see collection process audit, there were different auditees which were executed, and the scores, there is a score difference which can be identified. So this gives us a progress on what audits have been executed and what is the scores an auditee is been achieving. So we know which of the particular auditee which we need to focus more. Now let us come to a different report. So like how we had top 5 issues and top 5 adherents, even from the auditee side, to whom we audit the maybe an organization or a branch or a user, we also can identify which are those top 5 auditees who are been performing very good in the audit, and which are those auditees who are been performing very low in their process adherence. So you can just go for top 5 auditees, choose whichever audits. So I choose for let me choose for 2 months. So we have executed with only 3 of the auditees, which is Evershine Nagar, RC1002, RC1001. So with whatever execution we have done, the information of on the audit rating is also shown in this graph. So we can even try choosing some other audit. So this is our demo server. There are a lot of audit junk data which is available here. So there are no schedules in this. just see if I can pull out some information. Okay, so let us now move to bottom 5 audits. This also works similar with the selection criteria. I'm just taking a higher range so that if there are multiple audits which I can show. So if you see there are multiple audits which are being executed, which we have JP Nagar 10033, the code or the audit name we have given. So all the audits who have been performed low are being listed in here. So this gives us an information that the auditee level, the performance based, the top 5 or the bottom 5 auditees would be mentioned, categorized in this report. Then we have next report, which is region wise, group wise compliance. All the search criteria are same. I'm just taking one audit type. We take this for so here what would happen is they basis the compliances we have at a group level. So in the audit type we have selected, we have 3 different groups which are part of the audit type. At a group level, how is the compliance being identified? So if you see in the collector hiring, there are 2 positive conformity where there are no issues. There are 4 issues in the collector hiring being identified where the lapse have been observed. In the collection limitation, there was only 1 checkpoint and all this process has been adhered by the auditee. And then when we look at the collection management, there are combination of complied and non-complied. Non-complied, there are 2 issues, 2 checkpoints which have not been complied. So when you have a bigger audits which are being configured, this information would be shown much clearer. So all the groups will be listed below, and the basis the number of checkpoints which has been tagged under the compliances would be graphed here in this report. So this gives you a clear indicator that which is the area where we have to focus, or where, like in this current scenario, the collector hiring is the area where we have to focus more and get the process streamlined here. So these are on the graphical reports. Santosh, are there any queries for us to take it up before I move into the other set of reports?
Yeah, there are questions. So one question is about difference in scoring between the bulk report and advanced report options for the same audit. So, that is something we need to take up. Could be an individual issue. We will have to take it separately. One moment, I'll just answer that. Yeah. Then cluster-wise reports. Is it generation of cluster-wise report is possible or not? Hello.
Yes, Santosh.
Cluster-wise reports are possible to be generated is the next question.
Yeah, we have not given the filter option at a cluster level, but if they have been given the access to the clusters, whatever they have been assigned, they can. But over and above that, geographical level information can be drilled down and report can be generated.
And another question is, can raw data be downloaded for further analysis? So that is possible, if it is about the issues, it is possible from the consolidated issue report here, or the data at whatever level is required, it can be downloaded from the dashboard as well.
Any more queries, Santosh?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll move ahead. So next set of data is combination of graphical, some of the summary, and as well as row and column related information. There are multiple reports which are being categorized here, but we would be focusing mainly on the issue tracking of the reports, which is basis the non-compliance identified. A different set of reports can be viewed in this section. So the first issue tracking report we have is pie chart based on issue status. So like how we had at the schedule level, a status can be reviewed. We can also review the issues current status. So I'll just take one of the audit. So at a different issue status we can even see how many set of issues or the percentage of issues are still open, how many are being resolved, how many are closed can be seen. If you see, so we have nearly 68% of the issues which have not been actioned at all, which are yet to be resolved. There are 2% or actually one issue which has been dropped. There are only 8% of the issues which has been closed, which has been resolved and closed. There are, in fact, there are some one issue which has been resolved, which is yet to be verified and closed. So this pie chart would give us a different indicator on the issue status level. It will let us know that which is the area where we need to focus more. So this, in the current example I have chosen, we would need to push the auditee to work on the issues, the non-compliance which has been identified, and help them to resolve the issues. So now let me come back to the list of reports we have. Then we have next set of report is detailed audit report with audit summary. If you see, there are two reports with a similar name, which is detailed report with audit summary, detailed report with audit issue summary. So both these reports are actually row and column report. It does not have any summary, neither a graphical report. This report will give you a dump of information which can be used for further analysis, and the difference in both the report is the detailed report with audit summary will have the consolidated observations identified for the period for which you have been chosen at the respective audit type, irrespective of there is an issue identified or not. So this data is mainly used for more analysis on the compliance study and things. Then the next report would have a consolidated set of similar data would be pulled out, where the consolidated observation from the auditor for a specific audit type will be pulled, but only for those issues or the non-compliance which are identified. So if you would want to work out on only the non-compliance, then you should always take the detailed report with audit issue summary. If you would work out on complete data where irrespective there is a non-compliance observed or not, if you need the complete dump, you can always choose for a detailed report with audit summary. Let's see how you generate. If you see, the selection criteria are similar. So I just take. You can even go for any audit type if you would want to. There is a review period also you can choose. Let me just. This report, if you see, it gives a basic information on the below table, which consists the auditee code, because it's a consolidated. You may have multiple auditees which has been executed. You will have the details like auditee code, auditee name, which auditee you have been executed, what is the name of the group, intent, description, and compliances against it. If you see both yes, no, all compliances are being mentioned in this report. And if there are any input being configured for a particular checkpoint, those also would be tagged under the input value. Disposition chosen against the execution time against the compliance identified. Then the scores of the particular checkpoint, what is the risk level which has been tagged at a checkpoint, and whether it is an issue or not, and the issue status respectively, whether it is in accepted state or anything. If it has been in issue, wherever there is no issue, there will be tagged as a new issue. So this is a basic information which is shown on the table form for a reference. If you would want to work on the complete data, you can download with the CSV file. The file gets downloaded in a CSV format. And just if you see here, this is a complete row and column information, which would just have a header with the basic information what we saw, and along with that there are few more columns which is being given, like we have auditor remarks. If the auditor remarks are being captured, this would be tagged in this column. When was your audit submission done? Geographical information is also given, so that the analysis or further pivot or anything would be done using this data. And then the audit review period, if there are any review period being selected, those will also be tagged. If that is not, it will be tagged as NA. Then the group of the audit type which you have been executing it. So this information has been provided here for further more analysis. If you see, all different type of compliances would be tagged in this report. And wherever there is an input, the input is being captured, and also the issue status of this. So all this information in one report as a consolidated report would be shown in this report. So this is on the detailed report for the audit summary. The similar report can be generated for issue summary. So let us just generate a issue summary. I'm just choosing for the same audit. Choosing still current date. Submit. If you see, this data consists only issues. So it doesn't consist any complied issue. Non-complied issues only will be mentioned here. All compliant process will not be part of this report. So if you would want to work only on the issue wise, you can work on this report. So I'm moving to the next set of report. Next set of report is list of issue with status. So if you just take an audit, you can even choose, there are in this report, there is a slight change in the filter criteria. You have something called date range, and earlier it was only a date range which was there. Here you can even choose whether you would want year to date or business to date. I'm just choosing business to date. Business to date is from the day where you have started using the Audit 360 and executed the audits. All those information from the inception which has been executed using Audit 360 would be part of the report if you take the BTD. If you would want to go for YTD, you can go for YTD, which will be only for specific year, and you can pull out the information for a particular year. I'm just in this section, I'm taking for the BTD. This report gives multiple information. One, the summary of the information, which talks about in which month how many issues were identified, whether this issue was a repeat issue or a recurring issue, and whether do we have any long pending issues in this audit. So just let me brief you how the repeat and recurring happens. Any issues which when it has been executed, it comes for the first time in for as an issue for a particular audit type and then auditee, it would always be considered as new. But the same issue which has been identified and which has been consequently identified in the next audit which has been executed for the same auditee, then the tagging, the system tags that issue as repeat issue. But when you do a furthermore audit consecutively, if the same issue has been identified multiple times, more than 2 times, then it falls under recurring category. So these are the tagging which is done from the Audit 360 side. So basis the non-issues we have identified, the repeat and recurring would be identified. Now, long pending issues are those issues which are been identified and are yet to be closed, which are crossed the due date and it has been pending from long time, will be tagged as long pending issue. This is one set of summary which is part of this. Then we have the open, closed and resolved, which are the issues which are open, closed and resolved. Then the complete details at a checkpoint level. The above was only a summary where number indicators are being provided, which can be used for any presentation or for just number analysis, though we can use those above summary. If you would want to go more detail at the checkpoint level, we have information at a checkpoint level. What was the compliance, what was the disposition selected, which was a checkpoint which was tagged as issue, and whether this is a new issue or recurring issue, whether it has been resolved or not, all that can be viewed here. This report also can be downloaded, where it gets downloaded as an Excel file, and the summaries will be tagged, will be downloaded and shown as a table, and even the data which has been shown issued details level also will be part of the report, where checkpoint level analysis can also be done in this report. Now I'll just move to the next issue level report. Next is aging of the issue. So earlier what we saw was list of issue which with the status currently where we are, whether how many are been resolved, but here we would look only on the aging of the issue. So basis the issue due date been tagged, whether it has been resolved or it has been overdue, those can be identified here. Let me just take some audit here. I'm taking for business to date. So I'm only selecting the mandatory information. So here if you see, we have some 9 issues which are open and due, which has not been closed yet, and these are if that has been overdue, then the number of issues which falls under the category of within 7 days, 7 to 21 days, 20 to 28 days would be tagged. If here we have only due open issue, so we do not have overdue issue, so this information is 0, and you can also have a issue details. So above is only a summary of number indicator. The below you can have the checkpoint level details, which carries the information at the individual checkpoint against every issue being identified. And also you can download this report in the Excel format. Now I move to the next set of report. Next is issue status with issue type. Let me just, here I'll take a date range. So this information, this gives you a graphical information which says that how many new issues, whether all the issues were new, and basis the issue being identified, how many are in accepted stage, how many are being resolved, how many are in progress. This indicator will be mentioned here. So basis the issues what we have identified, we can see which are the issues or what is the percentage of issues which is still pending to be resolved. And it will also give you a small summary on out of the issues which has been identified, how many are closed, resolved, and the number indicators are being provided in this report, and issue type and how many new, the repeated and recurring issue numbers also are being tagged there. So this is completely a summary report. It doesn't have issue checkpoint level details. You can have the numbers and the graph against the issue type or the issue status being tagged here. Then the last report in the report basic report section is audit rating count. So if you have any audits which is currently been working, so you have an audit type. So for example, if I have ACG audit or any audits which has been in progress. If in the ongoing today, if there are any audits which are audits are in progress, you would get the number of audits which are an ongoing basis. And if there are issues been identified in the current month, how many of the repeat issue. So this is just a very quick view for an super admin or a reviewer to know how many ongoing audits are there in their kitty and how many of the repeat issue are been identified. So this is on the basic reports. Santosh, are there any queries to be taken up before I move to the next premium feature on the report?
No queries.
Okay. So next is the under the reports, we have one more section called advanced report. The advanced report is a premium feature. This advanced report would be appearing only for those users who have opted for this premium feature. So I'm just showing a glimpse on how the report would be downloaded and how it does it look, but the report format or anything would be different basis the requirement being given. This is a very specifically as a custom report based. This report, whatever the advanced report caters would fall under the specific requirement given by the respective client on the formats whatever they have shared with us. So let me just pull out one report. Cluster as by Western. I'm pulling out a report for Evershine Nagar, and I should have a schedule ID for this. I have a schedule ID, and this is executed in on the 10th. So the reports has been downloaded. So this is a sample report which we have designed to show you all in the webinar session. So we have kept first with the summary report which talks about the branch level details and then the scorecard on how the performance of the report of the particular sub-audit level information is there. And this is.
If you're showing any report that is not visible.
Okay, maybe because I'll just stop sharing and show the Excel which I'm showing.
Yeah.
I think because I was showing the content.
Yeah, possible. It was coming as a blank screen. Yeah.
Is it visible now?
Yeah, it is visible now.
Yeah, so this is a sample report which we are showing to all the users. So we have just customized this as the one demo report where we have catered into where we have covered the summary as the first sheet, which have the branch details, also the score level details. And this is a slab which we are giving just for a reference. The color or the font or the formula which has been used is completely for a demo purpose. This can be configured to whatever the requirement we get. Then next is at the checkpoint level, at an individual process level, to know what is a compliance and score we have, we can show as per the execution done. And when there is an annexure at for samples what we have verified, all those information at a compliance and their remarks can be shown in this report. So this doesn't have much of the information because we have just designed this as a sample to show how this would look at. But if you have any requirement on specific report which you would want us to design or anything, and also in a particular way the format has to be designed, you can always share your information and also opt for a premium feature of the advanced codes for advanced report tool. So that's it on the reports side. If you have any queries, please do write to us on Q&A section. Santosh, are there any queries for us to take it up?
There There are no questions as of now. Only those questions we had got.
So participant, if you have any queries, please do write to us, or even in future, if you get any queries on the report section or anything, please do get reach with the support team.
I think we don't have any questions for now. Thank you everybody for joining. We really appreciate your time. Look forward for your presence in the next webinar as well. As usual, we'll be sharing a feedback form. Please do share your feedback so that we can bring in improvements as we move on. Also do suggest topics that you would like us to take in the upcoming webinars. Thank you.